At 2:13 a.m., 4 Israeli F-15s vanished into the night. No lights, no radios, flying low over the Red Sea. By sunrise, a Houthi-controlled airport in Yemen was nothing but rubble. How did they pull it off without getting caught? Let's break down one of Israel's boldest airstrikes ever and the insane power behind the F-15I Ram. Let's rewind a bit. It's the middle of the night at Hatzarim Air Base in southern Israel. 2 pairs of F-15I Ram jets are getting ready. No lights, no communication, just complete radio silence. These pilots aren't heading out on a training flight. They're launching a real mission that requires complete stealth, not just invisibility to radar, but full denial of their presence. As soon as they're airborne, they dip straight down to 150 feet above the Red Sea. That's lower than a cell phone tower. They're flying that low to stay hidden in what's called a radar shadow zone, using natural terrain, islands, and the curve of the Earth to mask their movement. Imagine flying a jet at that speed, just meters above the water in total darkness. One mistake, one wrong calculation, and they could crash without warning. That's how risky this mission is, and it's only just begun. But this isn't just any fighter jet. The Israeli F-15I is a modified version of the American Strike Eagle, but with key upgrades made entirely in Israel. First, it carries conformal fuel tanks built directly into the fuselage. These tanks hold over 4,500 pounds of fuel without increasing radar visibility or drag like traditional drop tanks. Then there's the Elbit Dash helmet system worn by the pilot. This high-tech helmet projects terrain maps, radar zones, enemy positions, and target information right onto the visor, meaning the pilot never has to look down. All the data they need is in front of their eyes in real time. With these systems working together, the Israeli pilots managed to fly 420 kilometers at ultra-low altitudes, completely under the radar. And they did it all without needing external fuel tanks, which would have risked detection. What makes this more intense is that every single system has to function perfectly. If even one piece fails, they could be exposed, or worse, lost over enemy territory. By 2:43 a.m., the jets are flying over the Red Sea and approaching the outer edge of their safe flight corridor. It's time for mid-air refueling. Not because they're out of fuel, but because where they're going next, they'll need every extra drop to strike hard and get out fast. Up in the night sky, a massive KC-707 tanker waits in a designated area, its boom extended and ready. This modified Boeing 707 serves as Israel's primary strategic refueling aircraft. As the lead F-15I pilot approaches, he gives a simple signal by rocking his wings. No radio, no talk, just perfect coordination. The jet slides into position below the tanker, and within seconds, the fuel boom locks into place above the cockpit. The boom operator makes a quick adjustment and fuel starts flowing. Each jet finishes refueling in under 3 minutes. That gives them the range to complete the strike and return home without delay. Imagine doing this maneuver in pitch-black skies with no lights or communication. Now ask yourself, is this harder than combat? With their tanks full, the jets climb slightly and make their way toward Yemeni airspace. This is where things heat up fast, because across the water, Iranian-supplied radar systems and missile sites controlled by the Houthis are already scanning for threats. At 2:53 a.m., the first electronic warning lights up on the F-15's radar system. At first, it's just short pulses, then longer sweeps. Enemy radars are turning on. Immediately, the Israeli pilots activate their secret weapon, the EL-8222 electronic jamming pod. This isn't just a signal jammer. It sends out customized energy bursts that scramble the enemy's radar, making it look like the jets are somewhere else, or that there are 6 jets instead of 4. The second pilot activates his pod, and the two systems work together to create a confusing storm of fake signals. On the ground, Houthi radar operators are now seeing random blips moving in impossible directions. Even if they fire, they won't be aiming at the real jets, they'll be targeting illusions. At exactly 3:06 AM, the F-15s crest a ridge just 18 kilometers northwest of Sana'a. From this point forward, they're visible to radar. There's no more hiding, it's go time. The pilots lock onto the target, Sana'a International Airport. Satellite images from earlier that day confirm the presence of 6 Shahed drone transporters, 4 mobile radar units, and a suspected command post. With everything lined up, the lead pilot gives the call everyone's been waiting for: weapons free. In the next 6 seconds, each jet fires 2 Rampage missiles, 8 total, aimed at separate targets. The missiles drop from the rails, ignite their boosters, and accelerate to Mach 1.5. That's nearly 1800 kilometers per hour. Within seconds, the missiles slam into their targets. The fuel depot erupts. Then the maintenance hangar. The drone storage facility follows, and finally, the command center. All gone. The Rampage isn't just a fast missile. It's a weapon built for this exact kind of mission. It travels at supersonic speed, uses GPS and encrypted inertial navigation, and hits hard. No terminal guidance needed. That's what makes it so dangerous. By the time enemy radar realizes what's happening, it's too late to respond. There's no seeker to track, no signal to lock onto, and no last-minute chance to fire back. Each Rampage missile is about 4.7 meters long and designed to destroy hardened targets like bunkers, airfields, and hangars. Its massive warhead can punch through concrete and detonate inside. On this night, that combination of speed, stealth, and smarts turned the tide of battle before the Houthis even knew they were under attack. But just because the mission was successful doesn't mean it's over. As the jets turned to leave, their radar warning systems screamed again. 2 S-8-6 missiles had just launched from El Dalami Air Base. There was no time to hesitate. The pilots dumped chaff, tiny metal strips that confuses incoming missiles, and split off in different directions. Instead of diving low, they pushed up into a steep climb, using raw speed and altitude to outpace the missiles. Inside the cockpit, adrenaline was spiking. The lead pilot slammed the throttle to full afterburner. The jet vibrated under the pressure, and the oxygen mask tightened around his face. The missile chased them, closing fast. But they had already lost the radar lock. The jamming, the decoys, and the steep climb paid off. At the last second, the missiles veered off and exploded harmlessly in the sky. The jets escaped without a scratch, but let's just say those pilots had earned their rest. This wasn't just a strike on an airport. It was a calculated response to an earlier Houthi missile attack aimed near Tel Aviv. Israel needed to make a statement, and they did. This mission proved that Israeli air power can reach anywhere, strike fast, and disappear before anyone knows what happened. It was a masterclass in modern warfare, combining stealth, electronic warfare, precision strikes, and incredible pilot skill. The F-15I Raham, with its unique Israeli upgrades and battlefield record, showed why it remains one of the most feared strike aircraft in the world. Now let us ask you this: was this one of the most impressive air raids you've ever heard of? Do you think any other country could pull off a mission like this without losing a single aircraft? Let us know what you think in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of modern air warfare, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more stories like this one, and tap the bell so you never miss an upload.